Hello and welcome to this new video. This is actually a really, really cool build. I don't know if anyone cares too much about Jarvan, but the history of Jarvan is pretty interesting in that in the past we used to have a variety of builds, a variety of items and adaptations. But one thing that always happened, I guess I'll just tell it to you from the start, way back at the beginning of Keystones, like runes and stuff. People used to do one particular rune that I was always frustrated with. Really annoyed me. Stop this back. Nice. And it was electrocute. Oh my goodness. It frustrated me so much. It was like season 6 or 7, somewhere around there, where pros, whenever they play Jarvan, they go electrocute. And then they would build Cinder Hulk and tank. Now, electrocute scales off of your AD and your AP, right? It's adaptive force. It would just take your damage and turn it into more damage. But then what you might have noticed happening was they would have a disconnect between what they're building in the runes and what they're representing in the build. They're saying I'm going damage in the runes, but they're saying I'm going tank in did I say that right? In the build. So I was always frustrated with like the fact that you're not matching those two things together. And sometimes it's okay to do a mismatch. In this case, it was not, because their argument was, well, we wanted to get electrocute for early damage in ganks. And I'm like, wow, dude, in pro play, like you, how often are you ganking such that you're getting value out of electrocute? They would do like 100 damage at most in the late game, at most, like before mitigation or something, right? And then like it just wouldn't do anything. Okay, so I was always arguing like this was before like the runes that you know today existed. We used to have Thunderlords, right? We used to have Thunderlords as like the electrocute, and like Thunderlords was like okay, but even then I went grasp. We still had grasp with the Undying back then. Is this guy gonna get dove? I think he just warded my raptors. I think he just did. He walked up to the wall as if he warded the raptors. Just watch in case. Oh, this guy's dead, bro. Dude, you're actually just dead. I need to help this guy, and then I can continue my story. I'm gonna queue here. You hear me? Dude, I can't believe I have to do this just because my lane is playing like shit. Dude, he pings all in and then we waste my time. We waste my time. I thought he was gonna go and bait the guy and go 1-for-1. No, we wasted my time. Okay. So yeah, there's like Thunderlords and all the fun ones. Deathfire Touch was one of them. I remember people playing that. It was like the little DOT thing. And I always had this issue with people and their runes because they just didn't scale their runes ever. They would just take whatever like felt okay and not necessarily like numerically okay. So I always did grasp, and grasp was like if you were in combat for 4 seconds and you hit. It's the same as the grasp today, right? It had a cooler icon in my opinion. Oh, got baited. Got fucking baited. Ah, but he got him. Okay. We go here. Go. Yeah. I'm gonna run at it. Hey, come here. Please. I need to get something. I need to get something. Push it down. Oh my fucking god. Okay, we might as well go here. Might as well get something. Nice. He doesn't even know. Okay, perfect. So Grasp of the Undying was the same as before, or same as today, where you would scale your damage off of HP. And even though you might argue like, oh, but like, you're not going to be able to get too many autos in combat. If you even got like 1 auto, you're basically doing a ton more in terms of healing yourself and doing damage. Hey, go. I'm here. Let's go. Nice. I've got lethal tempo, don't worry. One turn? Okay. Okay. In the future. Do that for me. In the future. Actually, we'll just go team right away. I don't even get to talk about my current build. Too many things happening. So, this very simple idea of trying to match your build and your runes, people seem to struggle with all the fucking time. Okay? And it's an obvious issue where people will try to justify what they're doing by saying like, oh, other people do it, or like, oh, like it seems to be like the pro method or something. I'm gonna just flash. Whatever. Nah, I'm not going for that. That one's gone. Peace. And God, that always frustrated me because compared to someone who plays the game a lot, there are obviously fallacies on both sides. As in, like, I can't say that like you should listen to me because I've played like thousands of games of Jarvan. I could very well have played thousands of games of Jarvan wrong or incorrectly. I would just say like you should probably listen to me because not only do I play a ton of games, but I also like pay attention to these things and try to give good arguments about them, right? Whether it's like a certain rune choice or a certain build. And like I always tell people like, yo, if a build's bad, I just tell them like, yeah, it's bad. It's literally just because like I'm playing something for fun. I'm down to try something for fun. Most of my builds are not good. Most of my builds are literally just me testing, just seeing if I can, you know, get something to work. Just running the numbers on certain things, right? But when it comes to Jarvan, or when it came to Jarvan in the past, I'd always be like, yo, this one I'm very solid about, and here's why. And I'd like legit make just videos about it. He took... Is he on his way, or is he just... He's on his way. He had the time to do that because I showed bottom. Hey, let's go here. Push this, and go here. So, finally, we can come to maybe a little bit further down the line. Runes were forged, where people started doing Conqueror instead of Electrocute. Now, Conqueror sounds at least a little bit better than Electrocute, right? Because Conqueror sounded like, oh, like, if you're a bruiser-ish champion, or if you kind of fall into the category of a bruiser, you can kind of... Sucks. Oh, at least he jumped on me. What the hell? Why'd he jump on me? Okay, 725. I have a little bit of time. Nice. I timed my EQ proper. Oh, I'm kind of coming. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll chill. People started doing Conquer, right? And they once they moved away from Electrocute, and they thought, oh, like this is such a good rune. Like, you know, it's you stack to 10 instead of 12. You land your E, you get 2 stacks. You land your Q, you get 4 stacks. You auto attack, you get another 2. And they'd be like, oh yeah, like, you know, AD because Jarvan's an AD champion. I'm like, dude, you guys are so stupid. Like, this is so dumb. Like, because any champion that actually takes Conquer, right? Like Lee Sin, for example, just another champion. A ton of jungle champions like Vi, maybe Wukong, maybe Pantheon, even like Kha'Zix. These other champions, they have abilities on lower cooldowns, and we didn't necessarily have like ability haste yet. We had cooldown reduction. Okay, cooldown reduction used to be like 0 to 40%, and items had like anywhere between like 10%, maybe 20% if you had like Iceborne Gauntlet or something crazy. Oh, I need to run. So we didn't have like really accessible cooldown all the time. Black Cleaver was the best because it was like 20%. But even then, Black Cleaver didn't really do what Jarvan wanted to do because you wouldn't be able to stack Black Cleaver, you wouldn't be able to stack Conquer either. But people built it regardless because they're like, oh, it's like they're good stats, like AD and HP and cooldown. It's like, I don't think so, because like anytime you tried to go in as Jarvan, you know, you're not killing anyone, you don't have that many Qs, even with a little bit of cooldown, you didn't have that many Qs. And his E cooldown and his W cooldown weren't the same back then either. Okay, so it just wasn't the same, basically. He's sitting in a bush waiting for me? Yeah. Can I get my red buff? I'd like my red buff. Hey, can you get my red buff? I'd like my red buff. Thank you. Let's get my fucking red... Hey! Get in there. Yes. Thank you, team. Okay, we can go back. Nice, thank you. So, basically, there's just a huge history of people doing things that seemed okay and not necessarily good. Alright? It seemed okay. Why? Because the pros did it. And why did the pros do it? Oh, I don't know, the other pros did it. And why would those pros do it? I don't know, the coaches said to. And why would the coaches say, oh, because, I don't know, the other teams are... There's no actual reasoning. So, I eventually discovered that Lethal Tempo was actually ridiculously strong. Ridiculously strong. Because, oh, I EQ'd wrong. Because, for some reason, when I went to test it, I'm like, okay, I tested like if you land every ability EQ, R, and auto, whatever, and you full stack Conqueror versus like EQ, R, and like you activate Lethal Tempo with the same items, right? That they would build. They would build like Cinder Hulk and Black Cleaver or Warrior Black Cleaver. I remember testing this way back. I'm like, dude, Lethal Tempo and just like literally auto attacking faster, getting that like burst of auto attack speed, because Lethal Tempo used to be if you got into combat with the champion with like, after like 1.5 seconds or something like that, you would just get like a huge burst of attack speed. That was strictly more damage, like, strictly more damage. So it was really cool to see this, because I was like, dude, if anyone just tested this, they would have known. So I ended up doing a Lethal Tempo build, and then what do you know? I think maybe it was Malrong, or maybe it was like a couple Koreans. They started doing Lethal Tempo in Jarvan, and it's like, oh shit, why are they doing Lethal Tempo? Because the pros did it. So it was just like, it's just so frustrating. But no one did grass. No one did anything beyond that. I even did like Guardian because I was trying to demonstrate to people like, it doesn't really matter what rune you build on Jarvan, as long as Jarvan's EQ knocks people up and Jarvan's ulti traps people in. Jarvan's still going to be useful. You could build AP on Jarvan and you would still knock people up and you would still trap people. So my point was always to show that like, you can do your job regardless of what rune you have. But the rune that you take should allow you to do something that you normally couldn't have, right? Granted that it could. So in the case of Lethal Tempo actually allowed you to win certain fights because it would push your DPS higher than it would than you would have if you simply had Conqueror. So that was always the interesting part to me. Is like no one kind of understood that, where it's like, yo, these things let you do different things. So Phase Rush was an adaptation that came about because I realized like, yo, when you go in with your EQ and you don't have like a fast cooldown, like if you EQ'd once, that's all you had, and then you're just kind of stranded there. So if like two people were on you, or like you were on two people, like you couldn't run away from them, you couldn't get away from them, you couldn't do anything. Like if they killed you, like you had no defense. You could like flash out, I guess. So it's like, oh dude, Phase Rush lets you basically go in, bait abilities, and then you at least have a better chance of getting out afterwards. Okay? And like I'm like, wow, that's something that Jarvan traditionally couldn't do. If he EQ'd in, he was done. Especially if he EQ ulted in. If you EQ ulted, like you only have flash. You can't even run out of your own thing. But like what you could do is like EQ ult, activate Phase Rush, trap him for like 1 second, and then turn off your ulti and run away if you need to. At least that 1 second. You can imagine that 1 second of stalling to be like the equivalent of stunning them for 1 second. Right? You can envision it that way. Instead of using the full 3.5 seconds of the ultimate to trap someone in, you could just trap him in for like a tiny little bit. Oh, I don't have EQ here. Stun? I'd like to do this. Hey, here. Okay, well, don't die. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna just flash him, whatever. Nice, good. Nice, and I smite that. Okay. Wanna try here? He's baiting, yeah, he's baiting for the wall. We have to go help our lad, though. Oh, I missed. So, Lethal Tempo, Phase Rush, these are two things that, you know, I've done in the past, and like no one really cared. No one would do that unless a pro did it, or a Korean did it. Finally, we have a really cool item. I'm so sorry that it took this long to, but I feel like it's important to know the history behind things so that you can understand where I'm coming from as well. Finally, we have a really cool build with like Phase Rush, Eclipse, Fimbulwinter, which allows you to shield. Because his W back then was 20 seconds, okay? And then it went down to 12 seconds, maybe around like Season 6 or Season 7. And then it got a bunch of different changes, like an HP stat as well. And then now, actually, this is cool. I think in Season 11 or Season 12, it went down to 8 seconds. Well, it was 8 seconds, and then they nerfed it back up to 9. Either way, you have a really low cooldown. So, pretty cool. Oh, try to dodge the root there. I'll get this guy, don't worry. So because we have a really low cooldown W, we can activate Fimble Winter like often, blah blah blah. You know my build, right? The Bowser's build. So funny. A lot of people call me salty about that. I'm like, dude, I'm just doing a joke here. Like, you're projecting. But they say whatever they want. Now we can do the next step, which is we can go back to Stridebreaker, because Stridebreaker got buffed. Quite a few stats on this item. Like, it's got as much health as a tank item. 30% attack speed is not a joke. The 50 AD is not a joke either, right? It's not quite as high as like a 70 AD item or something, right? But like, damn, like, you've got a lot of stats on this one. But then you also have this new passive. Try to dodge that W, yeah. Okay, well, don't kill yourself on the guy. Just walk around and wait for him. Just wait for him, dude. Can I hold this wave? I'll hold this wave for him. Ah, almost. We lost the melee. Wait, why did he... Oh, shit, he went mid. But we have this really cool passive where for every champion you hit, you get bonus move and speed. Almost like it's Phase Rush, actually. Isn't that cool? I tested this. I tested it with Phase Rush, and even without Phase Rush. Okay? You can do that in the same practice tool. Basically, you put Phase Rush on cooldown, and then use the thing. You go up to like 560 or something like that with Phase Rush, I think. And with Stridebreaker, because movement speed buffs have diminishing returns, as in every point of like movement speed that you get above a certain amount, it like gets lowered. So instead of getting like a flat 100 movement speed, you will actually get like 70 instead. Okay, so this is the cool part about Stridebreaker now, which is it connects a bunch of different things. It connects a bunch of different builds. First of all, it's a stand-in for Phase Rush. It also has an increased amount based on how many you hit. It says 35% bonus move speed per champion hit. So I tested it on 2 champions, because 2 champions is probably the most realistic. I didn't test it on 5. I was just like, as long as like hitting 1 or 2 champions is enough movement speed to just get in and out, like we'll test it right in a moment against like a target. If I have a target, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna literally EQ in, and I'm gonna look at my movement speed. You can even pause the video if you need to see that. You're basically getting the same benefit as Phase Rush, especially if you hit like 3 people, 4 people, 35% per. Again, it hits diminishing returns, but that's exactly my point, where it's like you don't need to do Phase Rush anymore if you're going to get Phase Rush on an item. On a fucking item, right? Now, granted, you do have to build the item to get the actual thing, so you don't have it in the early game. And, you know, it's not exactly like you're just getting something for free entirely. We obviously have to omit Eclipse from the build initially, right? Like we can't get Eclipse until 3rd item, which is what I'm doing right now. So there's obviously a bit of a trade-off, but the trade-off is huge in my opinion, although this is my first game playing it, where we can go back to lethal tempo, dude. We can get back to lethal tempo and the damage that lethal tempo gives us. This is crazy. So instead of Zombie Ward, we're going Sudden Impact. We're obviously getting the Ingenious Hunter first. Right, first priority is Ingenious Hunter, but we want lethal tempo. I'm going Triumph, Tenacity, and Last Stand. All really good stats. It was always super sad having to... Oh, okay. So right here, 546. Let me ulti to get over the knockup and try to run away. Oh, almost got away. Damn. It's okay, it's okay. So, dude, if you saw that, like the movement speed, 540, that's pretty fucking good, actually. If I don't get rooted, right? I can just run the hell away. So, lethal tempo, so much fucking damage. Lethal tempo attack speed. Stridebreaker gives attack speed. Like, with just 1 item, I'm assuming I can actually do as much as before. Right? Because with Phase Rush, you would EQ in, you do the Eclipse damage, and then you wouldn't really have much follow-up. But with Lethal Tempo, you'll notice that your DPS over time in the fight, it's going to rise, right? It's going to rise, because that's what the thing does. Not, like, exponentially or anything, right? But still pretty sick. Okay, they're doing this one. Maybe we can stop them? I need this motherfucker to come over. Come on. Let's do something. I don't want to die for nothing. Let's at least get a kill. Okay, this guy's way too fucking fat. He's got too much HP. I don't do that much damage. I obviously built Fimble Winter second, so it's not like a DPS item into a DPS item. The point is, we can try to go half and half. Oh. Want to do something? Okay, let's do something. Yes, good, good, good. We can go here now? Maybe. We're gonna get rooted. Someone's gonna get hit by a root. Want to try? No? Okay, all good. Okay, so if this build gets really good, or feels really good, and like the numbers look good and everything, easy to play. Obviously, like how it feels, it's not as if that doesn't matter. Ease of use is always an important thing. When it comes to pro play, that doesn't matter. Ease of use doesn't matter when it comes to pro play, because like pro players should be good enough that regardless of how difficult a champion is or a playstyle is, they should just be good at it, right? Like that's literally their fucking job, to get like as good as possible at whatever they're doing, whatever champion they're playing, whatever meta it is. Okay, so they must get good at this shit. But like I said, it's a link between a bunch of things. A link between a ton of worlds. We get the lethal tempo DPS. We still have Ingenious Hunter benefiting the Stridebreaker, going from a 20-second cooldown to like 12-second cooldown, something like that. 12 point whatever, because it's 20 divided by 33%, or 33% of the 20. So it's not like it's the highest cooldown on Earth, right? Pretty sick. Oh, sorry, it's 15. Oh, that's even better then. Oh, it's even better. Okay, 15 comes down to a flat 10. Awesome. And then you have a bunch of different options for your third item. So I don't want you to follow me blindly here, except for the 2-item core. Okay, 2-item core, really, really important. You have to get your Stridebreaker, you have to get your, basically Phase Rush, right? And you have to get your Film of Winter. Film of Winter is absolutely mandatory. But your third item can be a tank item here, right? Like they have 5 DPS threats, you could go a tank item easily. Only reason I'm doing Eclipse is just to like, see how it feels. When it comes to like the shielding, am I too squishy with, you know, sitting on base resist? If I am, and it's like, oh shit, I'm taking way too much damage, then I probably should do something else. Ah, shit. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Slow is massive. I was hoping to set this guy up. I'm gonna just Rift Herald mid. I can hover you a little bit longer. I'm waiting for the gold generation anyway. Yeah, nothing to do. No camps up, nothing. I might as well just drop this mid in a moment. Yeah, I'm thinking you don't actually want to go Eclipse here. It's shitty to throw away the shield and the value of Eclipse, of course, right? It's a great item, but I'm thinking you probably just want to go into your Frozen Heart and the rest. Okay, I'm gonna just drop this down. Yeah. Let's get at least mid tower. I can EQ out. Even if I get rooted, I can EQ out. They're gonna set me up, but it's totally fine. Hey, start walking now, TF. Please, please, please. Nice. You can also Stridebreaker mid EQ. If you happen to land it, you can get the movement speed. You can't do it at the start of the EQ too easily. It comes out like this if you want to watch. I'm gonna do it on the wolves. You see how like it comes out a little bit further down the EQ because it still needs to cast, right? But the cool part about Stridebreaker is you can you can move while casting. So even if someone's chasing you, just do this, right? Slow them down, you speed yourself up. Sick item. I haven't seen anyone use this item, right? I'm pretty sure it got buffed recently to have these qualities, and like it got changed into a teammate item, right? But like no one no one seemed to care. So here we are testing this shit. And I'm obviously on a low elo account. I'm on like a Masters-ish account. So it's not going to be the best testing. But I think it's valuable still. Oh, I'm slowed. Otherwise the Stridebreaker would be good. Okay, buffer over that. Oh my god, dude. I keep running into the Kha'Zix, so I can't even like show you the movement speed there. Because it's missing one quality that Phase Rush has, which is slow immunity. Okay, screw it. We're just gonna go down the entire we're gonna go down the Eclipse Sundered Skyline. Maybe we can get away with this. Ah shit. Okay, we can't do the Baron. We have to go back. Can I solo this guy? Can I 1v1? I'm gonna take this. And then I can flank the Rise. I'm gonna just smite this. I need to go. Let's force his ulti at least. Okay. Nice. I like this move. Okay, 465, not bad. Not as much as what's it called? But hey. Hey, looks like I'm doing damage right now. 2 attack speed. Especially with the E, man. With the E down, 2 attack speed, just fucking smacking them. Pretty good. Maybe this is the play where we don't really go resistances. We actually bother to just play a DPS build. Although other champions are still gonna win. Like Lee Sin's still gonna win, Isaac's still gonna win, all these other champions still gonna win. Shit, I'm gonna fight this guy. Oh shit! Okay, I thought the Kha'Zix was going for my other guy. I need to get the fuck out. I played this fight very poorly. I just need to make sure I'm backing out. So when I re-enter, I can do something. Oh my god, if I could strike. Dude, that was fucking embarrassing. Oh my fucking. I missed everything that I could have. If I had my Stridebreaker a tiny bit earlier, I would have slowed her, got the Fimbulwinter shield, and then maybe been able to kill him. Yeah, I need to back out from the Sivir because like actually trying to like kite a Sivir or not kite, stick onto a Sivir is not possible. So anyone that thinks that like, yo, you just go for it and DPS him, no, I needed to flash out, dude. That guy would have killed me. Yeah, I thought the Kha'Zix would go up here, so I EQ'd here, try to peel instead of aiming for the Sivir. Could have just aimed for the Sivir here and said, fuck it, let my TF die. Oh, so many things I could have done better there. My bad. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this multiple times. Normally, my heart would tell me go, what's it called? Frozen Heart here. Frozen Heart would be so much value against the Sivir, Kha'Zix, and the Talon. But I'm gonna try like the full damage build where we do Sundered and Eclipse together to see if I can out-sustain certain things. We have to go for the Baron. Where is he? Where is he? 2 HP, bro. 2 HP. We got him. We got him. Give me a ward. Do this shit. Do this shit. Do this shit. Okay. Nice. 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 Now we go for the Sivir. And I've ulti this time. Fuck you. Okay. Yes, I like that movement speed. That felt nice. Okay. This is just like a proof of concept. Okay. Don't, I don't want you to immediately go and test this unless you're willing to like run into issues, I guess. I need to fully try this out, multiple different lines. If I could run this exact build, this exact team comp into this exact team comp, like Talon, blah, blah, blah. Basically 380 threats and 2 AP threats, and then do this build again, I would probably swap over to like this item, right? Because if I'm using 2 slots, Eclipse and Sundered Sky for DPS, I only have 1 slot left for like another tank item. My hunch is 2 DPS and then 3 tank is good. So like we go Stridebreaker, Fimbulwinter, so 1 DPS, 1 tank, and we have our boots, and then we go into like tank item 3rd, and then we can go with DPS item 4th, and then finish the tank item. It depends. So like maybe tank into tank if it's like I'm behind and I need to fucking like tank. Okay. If I'm not like monstrously ahead like I am this game, then maybe we just go with strictly going tank. Because if you build more health, you're probably going to be a lot more useful than if you're to build more damage. Because you might do that damage, sure. Oh. Alright, so jumped over the thing. Wow, I'm actually... Oh, I dodged the Q. No, dude. Why did you fucking pull him, dude? Why'd you pull him? Shit. He was in range to EQ me afterwards. I could have EQ'd out, I guess. I EQ'd into him, trying to get him quickly. But, okay. This item's already pumping out numbers. Yeah, so, like, you're almost always going to be more useful building tank stats on Jarvan than you are building damage. Because if you build damage, the idea is, okay, I can do more damage to the opponent. Sure. Is your team lacking damage? If they are, then maybe. But like my team is definitely not lacking damage. We have like Pike to like we have literally 5 damage threats here. 4 damage threats other than me, right? If we had like an enchanter and a tank top, then it's like, okay, mid and ADC, is that enough damage? We can see. But the idea is, even if we had like tank top and support, like an enchanter support, it wouldn't necessarily hurt that bad to just have an additional tank in Jarvan, because the longer you live, let's say building tank lets you live 4 or 5 seconds longer, that could be the difference between landing 2 EQs and like 3 EQs in a fight. And like knocking someone up is almost always, okay, I want to say it like this, almost always going to be better than doing more damage to them, than doing like 200 more damage to someone. Why? Because knocking someone up for like 0.75 seconds allows your teammates to hit them, allows everyone to hit them, in fact, right? Anyone nearby. So if I have like 1 teammate, then that teammate gets an extra 0.75 of DPS, and if that's an ADC, it's probably going to be a little bit more than 200 damage, right? Probably. And if it's 2 teammates, now we can see the value. It's like, oh shit, 2 teammates hitting. Mid and ADC? Oh shit, like, they're gonna do a fuck ton of damage. Yo, maybe we don't dive this guy and just go for the dragon, hey? Don't dive this guy. Don't do this. Unless we stun him and he dies. Okay. True. You're right. The guy literally walked up to get stunned. Okay, I didn't expect the Rise to be that dumb. My bad. Turns out it's a good call because it worked out in the end. That's the logic a lot of low elo players use. Yeah, he didn't respect the range. You're right. Okay, here we go. Let's just watch this guy. I'm tanking. Let's just ulti him. Oh, shit, that's some damage. Oh, shit, I didn't even... Dude, I don't expect to do that kind of damage. That's crazy. EQ here. Nice. I'm DPSing. I'm gonna run away. Okay. Unlucky. I was trying to force the Zyra so that she couldn't play defense. Can I kill this guy? Oh, that phase rush speed is nice, dude. I have to smite him for a little bit. Just to get a little bit. Ah, shit. Okay, whatever, I killed him. I was trying to force on the Sivir fast as fuck. Yeah, there's no outsmite in the Kha'Zix. There's no even attempting that. He just Q smites it from like 1700. So anyone that thinks, oh, why don't you save your smite? Like, you could have stolen the fucking dragon. It's like, yo, if I turn around there, the Sivir just kites me and kills me. So if I don't try to smite the Sivir and run at her and force her out, she just turns around and hits me, bro. Like, don't even try to say that. Okay. It's infinitely better. Give me the soul, get the Baron. Maybe. And like, try to fucking get the Kha'Zix afterwards. Because if he's not a noob, he just WQ smites at like 1800, 1900. My EQ does not do enough. I didn't have ulti. We have to get this as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't have time to buy. DPS this fucker! Come here! I'd even use TF ulti to just get here faster. Just in case. I mean, actually, no. Never mind. Rise is not coming, so they're probably not going to come. If Rise started running, I would have, like, said TF ulti. Get this shit. 1197. Don't fight! Please don't. Okay. Now we can fight. Okay? Now we can fight. Yes. So yeah, the damage is nice. Probably because my opponents are dumb and they're kind of running to my EQs, but better opponents will dodge my EQs a lot more often. Probably. And I probably won't get too many opportunities to like EQ, knock someone up, and then hit them with like Sundered and everything. But we'll test it, you know, we'll test it. This is why I'm hesitant on saying like something is definitively good. I'm always throwing in like, maybe this could be good, maybe this could be better. But I just wanted to get this idea out there. I can't go in alone. I'm not gonna go in alone. We need Mordekaiser. Get the fuck in here, man. No, dude, he actually tried to path to the gate. He thought the gate would tell him to take him to the base. What the fuck? What are you doing, bro? What? Bro? What the fuck was that? I can't even go in. The Zyra ult is gonna come in. Oh, man. Okay. Thankfully, that guy went forward. Nice. He TP'd himself out. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. That's so good. Oh, you guys suck. Yes. I got away with this game because my opponents suck big. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I'm very curious about the damage charts. 6,700 shielded, 3,100 health, 4,000 blocked. Good. Let's go. Okay. Here comes the truth. Truth of the matter. I need to look at sudden impact damage for sure. Sudden impact instead of zombie ward, because we're actually building to do damage this time. It's like, yo, we probably can't beat Elise, we probably can't beat these other champions, but we can do a little bit better into them. Let's say they're half HP, we might have a chance. It allows us to get phase rush still, like a phase rush light, a phase rush junior, right? And I wish I got more clips of me doing something like escaping, but most of the time I was getting hit by like a slow, and it's like, ah shit, phase rush would be so dankier. EQ into the Talon and the Kha'Zix and just fucking run out afterwards, right? Let's see, let's give it to this guy. Let's take a look. Oh, dude, that's telling. That's basically saying, no, not that it's the build. It's more like it's saying, if your teammates are shit, at least you can do something, right? At least you can do something. Damn, dude. As long as you play like me, right? Sun Impact, 1k, 1k is okay. 1k is okay because I think it would do more than Cheap Shot. Because it at least scales with like how much damage you're doing. If you're not gonna build, if you're gonna build full tank, I think you just go Cheap Shot instead, or just still do Zombie Ward. Zombie Ward's still super fucking useful for the team in general. Sun Impact and Cheap Shot are for like DPSing. I think Taste of Blood is like okay. It's like 20 seconds, right? For like 30 HP. It's not that much. Cheap Shot makes a little bit more sense because you're gonna be like knocking up, you're gonna be slowing. 2 slows. I can't really tell. Maybe I'll try Cheap Shot on the next game and see. So this was a what 35-minute game, and I had quite a bit of engages, right? Last stand, maybe I'll go coup de grace. I think last stand's typically better than coup de grace, because it's not like going to be full HP the entire time. Coup de grace would work on like a mage that's almost never going to get like low HP, like a Xerath, like he's going to be hitting from a distance, or like a champion, like an assassination champion, who even if you're low HP, like you probably want to, you're bursting them down faster in the fight, so you're going to hit the coup de grace threshold faster. Jarvan does not exactly like instantly take someone down to like 40%, so thinking last end's better here. But I hope you enjoy the process. This is my first game doing this in a long time, Lethal Tempo, and first game doing like this whole build in Season 14, but I'm putting together a bunch of different parts, so we'll see. I hope you enjoy the process, and stay tuned for maybe more. Alright, have a good night, or good day, whatever.